1993 NFL Draft. Number one pick overall, New England Patriots took Bledsoe of quarterback from Washington State. Had a very good career, made Pro Bowls. Of course, was in at least one Super Bowl. Threw for, I mean, tons of, I think 10th or 15th overall in passing yards, NFL. I think maybe at that time the Patriots were looking for like the next John Elway type of quarterback, some kind of, transit, some sort of elite quarterback. Famously, was replaced by Tom Brady later in his career, and about 7 years into his career. So, I'd have to say not a complete, not a miss as some people might say about the draft picks. Number one overall. Number two, Seattle Seahawks, Rick Mirer, going for a quarterback, Notre Dame. Of those two, you would have to probably say that Drew Bledsoe had a better career. No offense to Rick Mirer. Phoenix Cardinals, Garrison Hearst, running back, Georgia. So now we're going for the offense, first three picks. New York Jets, Marvin Jones, linebacker, Florida State. Cincinnati Bengals, John Copeland, defensive end, Alabama. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Eric Curry, defensive end, Alabama. So now we're here. Now we're getting into the Alabama drafting. Chicago Bears, Curtis Conway, wide receiver, Southern California. New Orleans Saints, Willie Rolfe, tackle, Louisiana Tech. I believe he made it to the Hall of Fame. I believe the next one's for, I think, did. Atlanta Falcons, Lincoln Kennedy, tackle, Washington. 10, Los Angeles Rams, Jerome Bettis, definitely in the Hall of Fame, running back, Notre Dame. I believe he ended his career in the Pittsburgh Steelers. Denver Broncos, Dan Williams, defensive end, Toledo. Los Angeles Raiders, Patrick Bates, defensive back, Texas A&M. Houston Oilers, Brad Hopkins, Illinois. Cleveland Browns, Steve Everett, center, Michigan. Green Bay Packers, Wayne Simmons, linebacker, Clemson. Indianapolis Colts, Sean Dawkins, wide receiver, California. It's definitely difficult to draft wide receiver, especially in the first round, at least in the 90s. Phoenix Cardinals, Ernest Dye, tackle, South Carolina. Philadelphia Eagles, Lester Holmes, tackle, Jackson State. 20, New Orleans Saints, Irv Smith, tight end, Notre Dame. Minnesota Vikings, Robert Smith, running back, Ohio State. 22, San Diego Chargers, Darren Gordon, defensive back, Stanford. Pittsburgh Steelers, Dion Figures, defensive back, Colorado. Philadelphia Eagles, Leonard Renfro, defensive tackle, Colorado. Miami Dolphins. I remember the Colorado Buffaloes that time period were pretty good in the late 80s, 90s, so this reflects that team. Miami Dolphins, O.J. McDuffie, wide receiver, Penn State. San Francisco 49ers, Dana Stubblefield, defensive tackle, Kansas. I believe he had a pretty good Pro Bowl career. San Francisco 49ers, Todd Kelly, defensive end, Tennessee. A lot of defensive players taken in the first round. Buffalo Bills, Thomas Smith, defensive back, North Carolina. Green Bay Packers, George Teague, defensive back, Alabama. 30, Seattle Seahawks, Carlton Gray, defensive back, UCLA. 31, New England Patriots, Chris Slade, defensive end, Virginia. And 32 overall, last pick of the first round, Phoenix Cardinals, Ben Coleman, tackle, Wake Forest. So we have at least one Hall of Famer. Right? Don't we have one Hall of Famer here? I have to look that up. If any of the players in the first round of this draft, Lincoln Kennedy and Willie Rolfe, I think both made the NFL Hall of Fame, and this is so it's at least one or two in the NFL draft.